I'm in my car. I am at my kids' basketball practice, so I thought while I'm sitting here, I might as well do a video for you guys. I wanted to talk today about hair consultations. So when you go and see a stylist, the most crucial thing that you need to do and the stylist needs to do is have a proper consultation. This is something I think that is overlooked a lot in our industry. We just want to say, oh, hey, what do you want to do? Okay, great, and just move on. Really, if you are a new client and you're with a new stylist, you really should sit down and have a proper consultation, anywhere from like 10 to 15 minutes, to really go over what you want your hair to be like. If you are a existing client and you're wanting a new change, now it's okay, like if you go in and you're like, I just want to trim, I want to do the same thing, I want you to touch up my gray, I don't want to change my formula, that's great. You don't have to have a long drug out consultation. But if you're wanting something new, for one thing, if you're wanting like a whole complete change, you need to let your hairstylist know this like way before your hair appointment, so they mark out enough time. Because if all of a sudden, you know, they have you down for a color touch up and a trim, and you come in and you say, oh, and your hair's down here, and you're like, I want a bob and I want you to make me a blonde, like I only have 2 hours marked out for you, I can't do that. So try to make sure if you're having a big change that you call ahead of time so they have enough time for you, because they don't want to be rushed, or they're going to have to tell you that they can't do it and they'll have to do it another day and then you'll be disappointed. So try to make sure that you schedule that way ahead of time. So back on the consultation, you need to make sure that you bring in pictures. Pictures are very important for hairstylists. We're very visual creatures. And so if you can bring in pictures of hairstyles that you like, then we can kind of get ideas of what you're wanting. If you bring in pictures, make sure that the pictures are of people that have similar hair texture to you. Don't bring in pictures, 10 times the hair you have and want that hair. That's not going to happen. And so you need to make sure that that hair texture fits your hair, that density fits your hair, the coloring and everything. Try to find models, hair models that have similar hair type as yours. Also, when you bring in pictures of things you don't like. Like you tell us, like, I like the way her bob is angled to the front, but I don't want it stacked as much. I don't want that bevel in the back. Or I love how her hair is dark and wavy, but I don't want it to be that layered as it is in that picture. We need to know these things. You got to go through all the things that you want and all the things that you don't want. We also need to know on color. Color is the hardest thing with a new client. We all see color differently. And as a stylist, we see color very differently than the general public, because we work in it all day long. So when you bring in a picture and you're getting your hair colored, you want to make sure to really have a long, deep conversation with your stylist that you're on the same page, because my caramel is completely different probably from your caramel. Your gold is different from my gold. A lot of people say, oh, I don't want to see any warmth in it. I don't want to see any warmth. Warmth, in my opinion, is different than someone else's warmth. So you need to be sure you are on the same page of what color you're wanting. Do not pick a color from a swatch book. You can get an idea from a swatch book, but we can't just go back there and go, oh, you want that level 6? Yeah, okay, I can go back there and get the level 6 and put it on your hair and it'll look just like that. It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, because that would make our job a lot easier if it did, but it doesn't. We have a lot of variables that come into play. So we have to figure out where's your hair been? What have you done to it? What's been put on it? How long where's your new growth? Previous highlights. Have you had highlights and then covered over the hair? There's so many variables. So we have to take all that in consideration. So you can show us pictures of hair color. You can show us, if you did want to look at swatches, that's fine. But you have to know that we actually have to formulate it depending on your hair color level, your existing level, how much it's grown out, what was previously on it. So there is a lot of knowledge that comes into play there with these variables to figure out what's going to be the best for your hair. So just know that. And also know that if you are a new client and you're a first-time color client, it may take a few tries for this stylist to get to know your hair, get to know how it processes, get to know how it lifts, to make sure that it doesn't, fry off and stuff. We're very careful with your hair because you are a walking billboard. So we want it to look the best it can be. So we don't want your hair to be damaged. We want to keep the integrity of your hair the best that it can be. So we may do something on our first try with you that maybe didn't fit exactly what you wanted right then, but if you give that stylist a few tries, we will nail it. It's just that we need to figure out your hair, what's on it, everything, and we're getting to learn you. You may say you want chunky highlights, and our chunky is different than your chunky, so there is all these things in there that we're trying to learn about you and your hair when you come in. So the consultation is crucial. Another thing, when you are bringing in pictures for us, remember that we're beauticians and not magicians. I know you've heard that before, but it's true. We can't make you look like Jennifer Aniston. I can't make you look like Jennifer Lopez. So when you bring in that picture of their hair, maybe put your finger over their face and look at the hair. Is that the hairstyle and color that you want? That's the best way to look at a hairdo, is not look at the person wearing it, but look at the hairdo itself. So cover it up with your finger so that way you're not tempted to think, I want to be her, instead of, I just want that hair. Another thing about consultations is that you do not want to lie to your stylist. It's okay if you put box color on your hair. I mean, we don't want you to do that, but if you did, you need to tell us. Because if you don't, we will find out. The bleach always tells the truth. Be upfront with your stylist. If you cut your bangs, just tell them you cut your bangs. If you colored your hair, just tell them you colored your hair. You're going to have a better result if you're honest with your stylist. We know when something's been done to your hair, even if you tell us that I didn't put that box color on my hair. Trust me, we know. I mean, we can spot it from 10 feet away. So just be honest, and like I said, you're going to get a way better result. We're not going to be mad at you. We want to make your hair look fantastic. So just be honest so we can do that for you. And also be sure to talk about how you style your hair. We need to know, are you a low maintenance kind of girl? Do you not like to, do your hair in the morning? Are you somebody who likes to wash every 3 or 4 days? Are you somebody who works out every day and you have to wash every single day? We want to make sure that we have a style, or we can suggest a style that fits your daily needs. So be sure to let us know your lifestyle. We need to know that. We need to know, how much effort you want to put into this. We also need to talk about hair products with you. We want to make sure that you go home and replicate what we did in the salon. So we need to make sure that you have the proper products to do this at home. And so when we suggest hey, you need to use this leave-in conditioner, you may need to change your shampoo and conditioner, there's some buildup on your hair, or, you talk about not having volume, we can create that. There's products that we can use to create that texture and volume. There's things that we can help you with as long as you tell us. So just make sure you sit down and have that consultation and make sure you guys are getting the exact service that you're wanting. It's very important, and we want to take care of you. We want to make sure we get it right the first time. Thanks for watching, ladies. I hope this helped. Please keep adding your friends. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate all you guys for watching and sticking around. I'm flattered and I'm honored, and I'm having the best time. So I'm going to keep on pumping out videos for you guys and more information as much as I can. So thanks so much, and add your friends. Bye.